The world still has no idea yet how much it owes Norway. This moment to me is a pivotal moment in human history, in human consciousness. This moment of what happened in Norway and the way that the Norwegian people and the consciousness of Norway reacted and the choices that Norway made in the face of such horror is something that on this scale has never happened before, to my knowledge. I think even Barack Obama said something like he's never seen anything like this, the way the Norwegians are reacting. And here's the reason why I think that the world yet understands the debt that it owes Norway. In 1954, a man by the name of Roger Bannister was the first man to break running a mile in less than 4 minutes. Up until then, the predominant belief of humanity was that it was impossible for a human being physically impossible for a human being to run a mile in less than 4 minutes. Now, there was a big competition going on between Bannister and 3 or 4 other athletes. When Bannister, in 1954, when he ran a mile in, I think, 3 minutes 59.4 seconds for the first time in history, to our knowledge, suddenly it was real in the belief systems of humanity that, in fact, it is possible for a human being to run a mile in less than 4 minutes. And then within a week or two, I believe, my dates are not exact, but that doesn't matter. Within a week or two, I think 3 or 4 other guys suddenly was able to run a mile in 4 minutes. Partly because they were working towards it, but partly because Bannister had done it first. And he changed the mass consciousness of what was possible. Norway has done something that no other country has been able to do so far, ever, that I'm aware of. Norway was faced with something so shocking and painful that any other time something like this has happened in history, the natural reaction from politicians and most of the people, not all, was to get revenge. Norway took that time. There's a gap. There's a gap in between when something happens and when we react. And we have a gap. Sometimes that gap is just microseconds. Sometimes we lengthen it, where we stop, and before we react, we can make a choice of how to react. Like Roger Bannister proving that a mile can be run in less than 4 minutes, and then suddenly that gave permission, and that gave the rest of humanity the template, the possibility for something to be different. Norway has done the same thing. Norway has. I mean, everybody on the planet can talk the talk, light and love, and choose peace and everything. And some people on an individual level actually have done that, but never until now has an entire nation, in the face of this kind of event, stepped back, even for just a microsecond, and made the choice of peace, and made the choice of love, even with the anger and the pain and the sorrow over this is having happened. Absolutely, those emotions are going to be in the psyche of Norway and in the individuals within Norway, and I've talked to some of my friends in Norway about this, and that is absolutely, completely understandable and valid. But the people of Norway chose peace and love. We're not even hearing about this guy anymore. What we're getting to be exposed to, the planet is getting to be exposed to, is an entire people choosing love, choosing to not react out of fear and anger. And because they've done that, now it's possible for every other nation or group of people or mass consciousness to do the same thing. The billions of lives, the billions of lives that Norway has saved in the future because of this. That's what the world doesn't understand yet. This is something on the par, in my opinion, what Norway has done and how Norway has chosen to react to this one event is as important as Gandhi bringing the British Empire to its knees through nonviolence. It is easily equal in its importance in human history. So that's why I think that the world has no idea yet how much it owes Norway. That's what I meant when I said that on my little Facebook blog. See you later. Thank you, Norway.